I wish we wouldn't stop. I mean, high life does something special to me, and rightly so, especially because of what we are going to be talking about. When you have your house, when you have an office, you want to look at the landscape, you know where to go, just to bring some beauty, some sanity to your space. Now, when it has to do with your emotions, when it has to do with your heart, where do you go? This is where a heartscaper would come in. I don't know if that's the first time you are hearing this, but they have a special work to do on you. And so if you're going through any kind of emotional stress, if you have any pains, anything, this conversation is for you. Now, if you are not also going through that, this is equally for you as well, just so you know how to, navigate your emotional stuff. Now, I've been joined by an amazing Heartscape coach. She is Jacqui Johnson, and she's going to be telling us what a Heartscaper does. Hi, Jacqui. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
Awesome. No, I just love what you do, right? So, Heartscape.
Yes.
We will be going deeper into that, but just tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Jacqui?
Jacqui Johnson is, first of all, a woman who has been through quite a bit. So, being a heartscaper is actually very organic. So, I wear a few hats. I've been a fashion designer for the past 32 years.
Okay.
And so becoming a heartscaper is actually quite organic, and also I would say it's become my purpose. Over the 32 years, I have dealt with hundreds and hundreds of women. And as you know, your hairdresser, your dressmaker somehow becomes your therapist.
Oh, yes.
And I've had all these conversations, and I've heard so much about people's pains. They hardly ever share their joys. They share their difficulties and their pains. And at a point in time, my mom said to me, you might as well become a therapist.
Okay.
I never even envisaged that would happen. But 32 years later, with all that has happened in my life, I myself have been through a lot of pain, and I have bounced back at each time.
And you look awesome, considering. I don't know the level of pain that you've gone through, but just share a bit of your journey with us, growing up, how you even found yourself into designing clothes for people and all that.
Born and bred in Ghana.
Okay.
I come from a long line of creatives. So making clothes was, once again, very organic to me. It wasn't, I never went to fashion school. My mom was a fashion designer. My grandma was a milliner. And so I kind of picked it up. I went to university very late in life as a mature student because I just found my calling at that time, and I made clothes for
pursue it.
When I was here, I made clothes for anybody who was anybody. Name it, they came to me, and I loved what I did. But that led me into this because I started having these conversations, and I didn't know I was going to get here until my own life.
You've just mentioned when you were here. So where are you now?
I live in the UK now, but I'm very connected to Ghana. I come here often, but what I'm doing as a heartscaper today, it has no borders.
Yes.
As you all know,
but
we are
using.
using.
Come home. We want people like you to come
want to
permanently.
Come home. I came home in 2011 for 2.5 years.
Okay. And you couldn't stay?
I couldn't stay.
Why?
I had 2 armed robbery attacks. I had guns to my head.
Are you
I
serious?
had bullet holes all in my car with my last born and my mom.
Now I'm having
3
goosebumps.
months apart. And it was a very dark moment. I got really sick. And
I can imagine.
They said my system seemed to have been poisoned. I got swollen, deformed, everything. So after 2.5 years, I couldn't hack it anymore, and I went back.
But maybe it's better now. So you maybe
it is better now. And like I'm saying, I've become resilient. I've learned how to manage my pain. So watch this space. I probably will be coming back soon. Yes.
So this is one pain that you've gone through. Encountering armed robbery. I mean, face to face, seeing
3 months apart. September the 12th. 2012, and then December the 3rd, 2012.
What did you do to them? Why are they following you?
I live in a simple home. I drive a simple car. I don't know. It was like there was a target on my back. I don't know. But, when they say all things work together for good, I said the good, the bad, the difficult, the challenging. And that's what I want to tell women. It doesn't matter what you've been. It doesn't matter the mess. Your test can become your triumph, and just by being very intentional and befriending your pain.
Now, before we go into now your profession, as a heartscaper, let's also learn a little bit about the difficulties you've gone through, because I always say that, especially for women, there are a lot of things that happen, in our part of the world that you can't even talk about. We don't discuss these things in church. You can't talk to friends about it. You can't talk to family. So you have to bottle everything up and deal with all these things, especially relationship issues, marriage issues. You can't really talk about it because you will be judged wrongly. So share some of your difficulties that you've gone through. I'm sure this will inspire some of us.
Yeah, there is a gamut of difficulties. I don't want to go too much into it.
Of course,
but I was left by my husband with 3 children under the ages of 7, and it was quite challenging because he was my bestie at the time.
Yeah.
And so it was quite
Were you in Ghana or in the UK?
I was in the UK,
okay.
and he came here. Yes. I mean, like I said, now we're very amicable and all of that. And I can tell you for free that I am grateful to God for the experience. And it's a strange thing to say, but all of that have led me to my purpose.
Yes.
And without that, without somebody taking him away or he going, whatever it is, I wouldn't be here.
Of course.
So it's worked for my good.
Yeah.
I've been through betrayal on the deepest level, somebody who's like a father figure in my life. It was hard. And, trusting people once again was very difficult.
Yeah.
And then I went through my health issues where we didn't know what happened and where it came from. But I got so deformed. I have pictures on my Facebook to show I got swollen. People walk up to me and they ask me, where's Sister Jacqui,
They can't even make you out.
Yep. I couldn't wear shoes. I couldn't wear anything. I was in slippers. I was swollen, deformed.
What was wrong?
Up till now.
You don't know?
Yes. I had to go back to the UK. They couldn't tell. They just said to me, it looks like my system is being poisoned. It's all disjointed. That's why I
Do you feel it was something spiritual?
People had a lot of things, but all I can say is that the man out there, God, he had a hand in it.
Oh, you bet.
Yes, he had a hand in it. And as the things were being trialed and all of that, I had to have a hysterectomy. I was in the hospital. It's like they were taking things out of me just to make sure that I lived.
Yeah.
And then after the, 3 months after the hysterectomy, I had a tumor in my head, so I had that removed as well. So, that was 3 months apart.
No, that is enough. I mean, yeah.
And then I got attacked by a knife man, It was just somebody who was off his medication in my area in London, randomly walked up to me with a knife, No,
I mean, now I am convinced, that God had to take you through all these things for a certain purpose, so you can also be an impactful person to people. Yeah. So now let's go to heartscaping. Who is a heartscaper?
Basically, I'm like a landscaper for your emotional, landscape. So I make your emotional landscape fit for purpose. I help you beautify it. Because, a lot of us are going through so much pain. And sometimes because of the culture, especially in Ghana, you can't share it. You can't be vulnerable. The people who you think are your nearest and dearest, will gloat over you and say, she looks all together. What is happening at home? So then we bottle it in. And these days we do so well. We do our nails, we do our hair, we do our lashes. We take care of ourselves. We have our body MOT. We go to the gym. We women are on top of our game. But then the most important thing, our heart is the umpire of our decisions. It determines where we go and the destinations we arrive at. And what we do with our heart and what we do with our emotions is very important. It's been documented that about 90% of the decisions we make are actually from our emotions more than logic.
Of course.
Our emotions have a big part to play. So for you to be able to do well across the board and thrive, I say heartscapers, we thrive, we don't survive. Despite everything that happens. You see the pain, you experience it. Pain is inevitable in life, but misery is optional. So I help you build the resilience. I help you master your history. You all the pain that I help you utilize your pain, profit from your pain.
How do you do that? So, for instance, you've gone through maybe you've lost a child, you've gone through a divorce. All this kind of stuff. How do you turn this pain around to make it profitable?
I teach you not to be in the woe is me mode.
Okay.
You know, pain mode, victim mode is for a moment because we are human, and so we'll feel the pain.
Yeah.
But then you begin to look. I take you through a pain audit. We'll go through your pain, and we'll see, once you sit down with me, you will see how you grew and you learned and how you developed, you know, phenomenal coping skills. But, you know, at the time you wouldn't know. But then once you begin to see the blueprint, how it's done, every time you go through emotional pain, you get to the point that you can say, I can handle this. You say to yourself, I have phenomenal coping skills. This one too shall pass.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just you. I'm coming from a Christian perspective, and people believe in all sorts of things, but you also tap into God. You tap deep with it. Everything we need to survive and thrive is in us. God has put it in us.
Yeah.
But sometimes when the clouds seem so gray and you seem like you're in the valley, then you don't know what to do. But, you know, the valley moments and the mountain moments all together work to make us who we are. And if you embrace your pain, and that's what I teach people
I want you to tell us something, you know, as women, how do we master the courage to even decide to go see a heartscaper? You know, because sometimes you even judge yourself before the world judges you because you know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So if you know the marriage is crashing, you know that, okay, so they are going to say A, B, C. And most of the time I say that what will people say has killed more people than the challenges that they are facing, you know, would do to them, because you are afraid of what people are going to say. So you stay in it. So what would you advise women to do if you're going through stuff like that? What do you need to do to move to a heartscaper?
First of all, I think we have to be very introspective and also know that, you know, what you are going through, the next person that looks together, she has her own stuff. She has her own funk in there that you're not seeing. Oprah has it. Michelle Obama has it. Name them, they have it. Lady Diana had it.
Yeah.
You know,
can you imagine?
So they all go through their own funk. We all go through it. You know, so know that you're not alone. Everybody, no matter how together. Even I have a coach. I have different coaches.
Oh, really?
Yes, myself.
The coach has a coach?
Yes, I have a coach. Jacqui Johnson is one of my coaches.
She's an amazing woman.
Amazing. I have a
she
coach
sat in
the
this
US.
your chair not long ago. To talk to us.
So I'm in great company.
Of course.
Thank you, Jacqui, for all that you do. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a coach in the US, Lynette Rainville, for different aspects of my life because, you know, sometimes when you're walking in the clay and, you know, in the miry places, a coach is sitting on top of the mountain like somebody eating oranges and they can pinpoint where you should go.
Yeah.
It helps you with accountability. You know, they help you with accountability. They help you see where you are. It's not belittling at all. And, you know, you see, I'm easy to talk to.
Yeah.
All you need to do is book a discovery call with me. It's 30 minutes and we'll pull some things out. And you will, you know, you will leave me probably feeling like $1 million. And that problem is a problem.
We need
but
that.
you're going to be on top of it very soon.
We need that. We need that. Now, another thing is, you know, sometimes when you go, you know, what should be your mindset? A lot of people can't go out because of issues like we just spoke about. But so when you are going through challenges like that, what should be your mindset?
The mindset is be kind to yourself.
Okay.
There's a segment that I do that's it's mirror work. And so just a little bit, you can look yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself and tell yourself that you are made for more, that you're special. You're created to be an amazing person. You're going to live life to the full. And what you're going through now is for your good. You see, adversity is to the soul and the spirit, but going to the gym is to the body. If you are intentional, you know that this is difficult, this is challenging. And that's why I share my story. Because when you go through something that's difficult and you come out on the other side victorious, you lend courage to people who are going through. They might be going through different things. And so I encourage people. I'm not saying everybody should spill their guts, but sometimes it's good to be real, you know, to the people around you. But then you've also got to be selective because, you know, we have frenemies. We have people who just want to knock you off your perch. And so you've got to, you know, be very careful about that as well.
But do we have a lot of heartscapers around?
We have people who do different things. And I'll tell you what, I coined the word heartscaper from landscaping.
Yeah.
Because, you know, our heart is our a notional place for our emotions. So I coined the word, and that's what it is. But I intend creating anybody who joins my 90-day coaching program, which I used to teach you to repurpose your pain into power. You finish as a heartscaper, and you're also going to be sprinkling gold dust around you. When you go to places, you go with your own environment and your own atmosphere and your own cloud. I say, you know, like the people in the Bible, the Israelites, when they went somewhere, God kept them with a cloud over their head for protection and preservation and fire for illumination. You're going to go places with your own cloud, your own atmosphere.
You know, there's nothing like going through difficulties, challenges, and being able to walk the streets shoulder high, you know. I mean, oftentimes that's what we are not able to do. So you go through difficulties and then you yourself coil back into your shell, and then, I mean, you just end it there. It kills everything, confidence, you know, presence.
You see, it's okay to be broken sometimes. I've been broken, you know, I've been there. And, you know, when the challenges come, you go through that. There are bad times in my life, so it's not perfect. But the thing is not to stay there. Don't stay in victim street. Don't stay in broken street. Cry, weep, ouch to somebody. But then get yourself together. You know, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and say, Jacqui, I forgive you. I forgive you for lowering the bar in your life, that even some people could talk to you the way they talk to you. And Jacqui, I'm proud of you, of who you've become. Even in spite of the difficulties, because of the difficulties. So we need to have conversations with ourselves. You know, the biggest critiques we have is a committee in our head, is our own internal dialogue. So begin to have conversations, uplifting conversations. Forgive yourself 10,000 times.
How do you do that? You want to do it, but how do you do it? You're in your role?
Come to me. Come to me. It's a 90-day program, and there are segments of that program. And the first month, you're taking out mastery over your history. We're going to take your pain, your past pain, because you know that every time you're in a relationship with somebody, a friendship, anything you do, you see them and you see the world through the lenses of where you've been. They say that when you get hurt and you don't heal, you bleed over people who didn't hurt you. You see, so you see everybody. If you're going to a relationship, a new relationship with a gentleman, and somebody broke your heart so badly and you have trust issues, you're taking that baggage with you. You see, so he's failed already. Everything he does, he's a suspect already. But if you deal with that baggage, so when you go, you're on a clean slate. And it also allows you to see his own baggage. And then you can make a decision that this is not for me. And even in just, you know, platonic friendships, you just know that we are not aligned, because you yourself are very crystal clear about who you are and where you're going. And the people you want to surround yourself with. There's a lot of intentionality here. There's faith here, there's intentionality, there's self-belief, you know, you want to grow. You want to become the woman that you are looking, you know, you
have a certain picture that you're looking at becoming.
Yes. You want to, when you go into a space, you want to bring value. You want to, you know, and once again, you also have to really be intentional about your core values. You know, there are things that when we're growing up, it wasn't articulated to us. Our parents did it. You know, when you are being haughty, they can tell you to be I'm a gag girl, so you know, just, you know, but they didn't tell us that humility is a core value that you have to have. They tell us to help somebody, the next door neighbor. We didn't know that empathy is a very good core value to have. So it's very good. As part of my program, we'll sit down and make an audit. We see where you are, and then we make this audit, and then we know, you know.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for free for so long. I told you, I was sewing for people for 32 years. I am still in the fashion business. And can you believe, even in the UK, people who I don't know walk in from Instagram. They come to me to make clothes for them. And in the first 10 minutes, somebody's talking to me about her childlessness and weeping her eyes out. We're not like that, you know, and you don't cross those lines in the UK. But some people have verbal diarrhea around me.
I mean,
and I think it's a God-given thing. I'm quite very relatable. So I've been doing it for free for so many years. There are people whose hands I've held for 5 years for a very, you know, broken marriage and abuse and all of that. And I did it for free.
You know, I asked this question, how long you've done this because, you know, you are also a woman, you are a career woman, you have your own challenges, you have your own difficulties that you are going through, you have your own healing that you are going through, but you also avail yourself to help millions of women as well, you know. And if this is not a calling, I don't know what that is. What fulfillment does this give you?
You see, it's a lot of fulfillment. When you've been there, you've walked the walk, when you've been crushed emotionally and you know the pain, when somebody is there and you've been through it and you've recovered and you know what is possible, when somebody is there, there's something inside you that's reaching out to that person to let them know that, you know, this one too shall pass. And so that's the thing. It's something that I have lived. And like I said, if you tell me that you are attacked by an armed robbery and you're having flashbacks, armed robber, I can handle it. You know, if you tell me that some very good friend of yours, you know, betrayed you so much that it felt like daggers in your chest, I can relate to that. You know, so there's so many, there's such a wide range. I did not call this pain. I did not want to go through this, but it's happened. And as they say, all things work together for good. You know, so by the grace of God, it's working together for my good, and I'm very passionate about it. You said millions. I don't know about millions, but this I want to avail myself to millions because I was doing it and just helping people. But now I've actually created this coaching, this signature program, which is over 90 days. It's going to be on Zoom. We'll meet, we'll talk.
When are we doing that? When? I can't wait.
August. It's starting in August. So I'm doing the rounds because I know people need it. Every time I have a conversation with somebody, that's me. That's me. And because I'm starting, the pricing is very low at the moment.
Okay. Do you want to put it out?
No.
Okay, no problem.
Let's talk. Not now.
Yes. But so how do I get to be part of it?
All you do is reach out to me on my Facebook page. Things are in motion. I'm putting things together. Reach out to me. I hang out on Facebook. You know, DM me. My email address is also hello@heartscaper. .com. So
But your Facebook handle is
Jacqui A. Johnson. Jacqui A. Johnson. You get me there. Yes.
Right. No, we'll check you out there. What I said. You've reached out to millions of women. You know, sometimes
I'm saying I'm now reaching out. So I'm saying I haven't.
You're going to be reaching out to, I mean, thousands of millions of people.
We have to make a movement out of this. We've been at the brunt of our own emotions.
I believe that you have even reached out to people who have not had, you know, a one-on-one with you. Because if I come to you and if you tell me something, I become a follower. I become a disciple. You know, I also carry the gospel with me to wherever I am going to. And so, I mean, I believe that you've made a lot of impact on people that you are not even aware of. You know, you are on social media. People, I mean, some people will just come, read, go. You know?
It's true. And even my testimonies, you know, I've shared very candidly, very painful and shameful moments in my life on my Facebook page. They're there if you scroll down. And just recently, I went to an event and I was so amazed at the number of people. I actually launched a clothing line as well. And the number of people who told me they've seen it and they've seen that, I was so shocked. I'm thinking, why are you all silent? Why are you not reaching out to me saying something so I can acknowledge and say thank you?
That's why now we are coming out, you know, properly to them to have that one-on-one with them. So is there a phone number that people can reach you on, or we should just go on social media?
Go on social media. In the next few days, everything will be, you know, everything will be clear. The heartscaper.com will be very live and active. But let's start. Let's have a conversation. Call me come into my Facebook, ask me for a discovery call. Let's talk.
We need to. We need to.
Jacqui, we have strength in us.
Yes.
But sometimes, you know,
have to bring it out.
It's all, you know, when we're born, we glow like children. We're resilient. You know, if you tell a child that I'm going to buy you a plane, he'll believe it and carry it. And they'll tell you, I want to be a pilot, a lawyer, this. But as we grow and things happen, life happens, you know, heartbreak, everything that happens, it dulls it. And then we cannot be that confident. But we need to be.
And so we will be, Jacqui. Thank you very much. You know, and this is what I call God's work. You know, making sure that people find themselves back and bounce back after difficult moments. Thank you very much for sharing
so
this
much
with us. Right, so this is Breakfast Daily.